Hey everybody, welcome to In Over My Head, or In Overhead. That's what I'm calling this. Basically this is going to be kind of a show vlog thingy where, forget the glasses. Where I talk about stuff that clearly is above my head, but due to my own thinking and understanding of how stuff works, I'm going to try to explain complex things simply and various other things. So you might have clicked on this one because you saw the title, How to Retire by 25. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. You probably think, there's no way I can do it unless I get like the jackpot or I get like a really lucky stock tip or some crazy financial guru thing like that you'll only hear from like some guys who are like let's see now. Yeah, you're only really gonna get like that kind of an idea from like someone who's like, yeah, I like made $1 million. Yeah, you can do it too. Here's how you do it. You just buy my program and like buy and sell, and yeah, you can make $1 million in like 2 years. Yeah, it's a viable strategy for some people to like stock trade to. I mean, some people do get lucky with the lottery. I mean, in terms of lottery, maybe don't kind of rest all your plans on the lottery. If you want to play for fun, that's your prerogative, but play for fun. Don't play for the money. You play for fun. And if you happen to win $1 billion, hey, yeah, we're friends, right? Friends, yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying about retirement by 25. Like everything I'm going to be saying in this is totally scalable. So if you're 26, don't worry about that. Like, don't be going, oh no, I missed it. Oh, how can I retire at 25 or 26? The same kind of thing works if you're younger than 25. If you're turning 25 in like 3 days, maybe scale it for a more reliable year. Like, and even if you're a family man or woman, okay. Disclaimer: I'm gonna be saying everything in like the masculine adjectives, mostly because I'm a guy. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking to it as if I was the person, or I mean, this goes for everyone. Whatever you are, man, woman, hermaphrodite, really intelligent dog that clicked on this video. Good boy, good boy. Anyway, but everything's scalable. Scale it to your situation. You can scale this to your situation, and your situation. That being said, we're going to start looking at a few things. First, what exactly is retirement? Well, retirement, in the way I'm going to be talking about, it's more or less financial independence. Independence where you work if you want to, basically you do what you want. Like, let's say you're 20. Like, you're 20 years old and you won a super jackpot and got $32 billion. Like, boom, you're 20, $32 billion right now. You can retire. Talk to a financial manager. You can live comfortably for the rest of your life in whatever tropical island you choose. That being said, you will go back insane not doing anything. Because that's a lot of time to not do anything. So, I mean, and sometimes you'll see like retirees working at 7-Eleven or going to school or doing something because you have to do something. And that's the secret to retiring by 25, is that you do the something which is what you want to do. And you get money. Oh my goodness, I'm rambling here. You get money which perpetuates your financial independence. And that's kind of a neat thing. So here's how you do it, pretty much. Step 1. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do... no, you know what? I'm right. Step 1. Talk to a financial advisor. Talk to like a banker or a portfolio manager, someone, and don't be shy with your goals. Don't be shy to tell him, I want to retire by 25. He may think you're insane, but secretly he's going, lucky bugger. But yeah, you want to be brutally honest with him and ask him, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to meet this goal? How much do I need? And because he's going to be thinking, oh, retirement like you do when you're 60 or when you're 70. Well, here's how much you're going to need. Mostly because there's a whole lot of factors. He can explain them to you, but he's going to give you a number, and it's going to be like a crazy amount. Like millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. And so that's the neat thing. You now have a number to work for. You have the goal amount. So now the hard part's over. Now comes the fun part. Being retired. Just working for that number. On your own dime, on your own time. And basically, this is based on the principle of how money works. Basically, money works as kind of a trading token. Like the ones you get at Chuck E. Cheese and stuff. Basically, money is legalized IOUs. And it's a way of valuing time. And basically, you can trade this money for either resources or skills. And in return, trade resources or skills for money. So all you got to do is find something that you have that someone would want. And that could be anything. And that's the beauty about retirement. You can retire, but not actually be retired. And you can even do this if you're 12, if you're 13. If you're watching this and you are 10, good on you, boy or girl. But you can do this as well. Because when you're young, you have, like when you're really young, you can make a lemonade stand using your parents' resources. And on a hot day, you've got a resource in demand. People will trade you money for it. When you're a little older, when you're in like your teens and stuff, you've got a resource. Your youth and your heightened strength from being in your youth. So you can now mow lawns for money, and you can do stuff like that. But that's kind of like resources. Actually, the lawn mowing is more or less a skill, but trading skills for money. That's basically what you get at your stereotypical job. You go to university, you learn a skill. You can learn a trade, you can learn anything. I'm going to be using myself as an example. So like I'm going for computer science, so my skill is going to be computers and how they work and how to do stuff with them. So I'm going to be trading my skill for money. So the whole idea about retiring by 25 is you pick the skill that you want. You pick any skill that you want and you learn it. You learn it behind your employer's back. If you're at a day job, don't quit your day job. Do not stop. Don't quit your day job. You learn this skill in absolute secret. So, for example, if you really put your mind to it and like buckle down, you can be fluent in French or any language in 1 year. If you set your mind to and I'm going to be using French as the example. If you set your mind to learning French, and that is your goal, to be fluent in French by the end of the year, you can do it. You can do it. 12 months' time, you can actually be a fluent French speaker. And if you're at like a company or something, that is an amazing trait to get seemingly overnight. Remember, you're doing this in secret. You're not telling anyone. So a year later, no one's really paid attention to the fact, and you walk into work one day and are like, yo, I am fluent in French. And depending on the company you're working for, they may need a French translator. You could be applying for like translation jobs with the government. Like corporations, you can employ yourself as a translator, and the ubiquity of the internet is absolutely astonishing. You can market yourself as a translator and go on international trips with companies who will foot your bill because they don't know the language. Let's say you want to go to Japan, learn Japanese. Now some company like Nintendo America may need to get together with Nintendo in Japan, and they need a translator. There you go. There's your like all expense paid trip to Japan. You didn't have to do anything, and you got to learn a language for free, and you can get money. You're retired. Congratulations. You're doing something with your time. And that's the idea. You get people to do stuff for you for skills. And so that's the big thing about retirement, is you do what you want. So if you learn the language and are wanting to travel the world, you learn the language you want to travel at. You learn what you want to go where you want. And when you're starting to get a little tired of that, you want to do something else. You can learn another thing online. There are literally free classes online that you can do for absolutely free and learn something. And then market those skills on the internet, on Facebook, on Twitter. Like, the possibilities are endless. I mean, like, you can even like get ad space on a website. You can even make a website. You can do that. And you can market yourself on your website. And you can just send that around. You can have this hodgepodge list of skills and stuff you can do. And basically, the more skills you get, the more retired you are. Because you're essentially building a repertoire of things you can do at any time you want. And that's the beauty, because you are retired. You can do all these things at any time and get paid lots of money for it. Like, you can choose your skills wisely, and you can travel the world for free on someone else's dime. Like, I mean, come on. How hard is it to be an airline steward or stewardess? Like, how much does it cost to get a pilot's license? Travel the world as a pilot. Do that for a few years, and then go do something else. While you're at it, why don't you learn woodworking? Build chairs. You could even start a YouTube channel and be a famous YouTuber. You could do that in your spare time. If you set your mind to it, you can do it. There's my camera. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And that's the whole idea about being retired, is that you do what you want, when you want. You are self-employed. And you are self-employed to the point where you are financially independent. And that's where the financial advisor that I spoke of earlier comes into play. He or she is going to be your best friend. Because as you get in the money, you can ask him for advice. You can say, okay, where should I be dumping the money to get like a whole bunch of money in interest? Should I have a savings account? Should I invest in something? Like, they're going to be your best friend. And that's the whole idea about being retired, is you get enough money to do what you want. And you set aside this money that your financial advisor has asked you to in order to basically be financially independent way longer. You don't have to go back to a company. You can continue to be self-employed, work on your own, and basically be anywhere and everywhere. That is retirement. And if your dream job, if your whole dream thing is sitting on a beach, holding a martini kind of thing, tapping the keyboard a few times, and being done for the day, you can do it. There are several things you can do. You can run a website. You can come up with the next Facebook. You can come up with the next Facebook. You can do some stock trading if you got the expertise. Again, there are courses on stock trading. And you got a financial advisor who's your best friend. Ask them. And again, take a year. 1 year. That's the magic goal. 1 year. You set your mind to it. You are an expert at it. That's stock trading. That's languages. That's a pilot's license. That's a YouTube channel where you become famous. Again, 1 year, that is what you relax in. That is your goal. That is something that drives you. And if you're finding it hard, drag another person into this. Show them this video. Get them hyped about being retired as young as they are. Isn't that amazing? You drag them into this video, they watch it, they learn why you are doing all this crazy stuff, and hey, now they're retired. You're retired, they're retired, you can do retired stuff together. Heck, you could be the co-pilot on your round world trip with your pilot licenses that you've learned this past year. You could be two gigantic YouTubers who are doing stuff together that have built their channels up this past year. You can be a duo of translators, admins for your next Facebook website. Heck, you could even run a stock company. Free online courses that teach you business, that teach you how to do this stuff. This is an absolutely amazing thing. They call this the information age for a reason, and it's that you can get all the information you want immediately today. Yes, there are things on the internet that you should be cautious of, but that doesn't mean that you should not take full advantage of the ubiquity of the internet. This is absolutely astounding how much this is. And I am just giving this info away. Be what you want to be. Do what you want to do. That is retirement. And self-employment. That means you don't have to go into the office if you want to. You work where you want to. Are you a writer? Take that year to publish your first book, and maybe your second, or your third. How fast can you type? That's the whole point. Do what you want to do, and you can do anything. And that is the idea of retirement. And the further you go into retirement, the more retired you are. And this may be kind of a confusing topic, because when you're thinking of retirement, you're thinking of an old couple who doesn't go to work, they don't do anything, they just sit back and collect a check every week or every couple weeks or every month, go down to the library, eat a breakfast at 5 a.m. That's the stereotypical idea of someone who's retired. That's not you. That is not you. What is you in retirement is you doing whatever you want and getting paid for it. That is it. There's a saying that goes, if you find a job that you love, you never work a day in your life. That has never been more true than with this talk. You do what you love, and you never work. Since you have determined what you are doing this for fun. You are doing it because you want to do it. And I mean, maybe you have to drag someone into it. Make them lose a bet. Make them lose a bet. Get a two-sided coin and say, heads, you learn this skill with me. Tails, we go to the bar. Oh, you're learning the skill with me. Let's go to the bar and celebrate. That is retirement, and that is what you should do. This has been In Over the Head. If you like this, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more things. I've already got plans for doing a talk about the meaning of life. I found the meaning of life. Isn't that amazing? I found it. And I mean, if you are genuinely amazed at what I've said today, share this video. Share it. Post it on Facebook. Post it on Instagram. Wait, is that how Instagram works? I'm not on Instagram. But post this video. Share it. Like it. Comment. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. Because, I mean, not everything can be explained in a video. And, I mean, I've done my best to do this. So, if you still have questions, ask me in the comments. Hit that subscribe button for more of the what is the title of this thing? In Overhead. I think that's what it's called. In Overhead. Like, subscribe for this. Because that's what you want. You want meaningful talks from someone who's like you. I am like you. I mean, I don't have expert degrees in marketing, business, nuclear physics. I mean, these are the things I'm going to be talking about. Like philosophy, psychology. This is a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to be talking about. And I don't actually have, like, doctorate degrees. This is the stuff that we can figure out using Wikipedia, using other talks, and just plain common sense. This is what you want. This is In Overhead. I'm ChristheKong, and I'll be seeing you. Bye-bye.